a wine fridge versus a Cannatrol. So I've gotten comments on videos, particularly the ones talking about the Cool Cure. And I did a review video, and I did a video kind of just talking about the unit. And a lot of people had said, "Oh, I'll just buy a wine fridge and dry in there." Can you talk about the differences between trying to dry in a wine fridge versus a Cannatrol?
So the reality is, we need a sealed box, an insulated box with a door. And we can buy these boxes, insulated boxes with doors that were originally designed to be a wine fridge. But that's all we're getting is the insulated box with the door. There's nothing else about it other than its visual look or size that makes it a wine fridge. It isn't. It's an insulated box with a door. Then we put all our technology into it. And it's some pretty advanced patented technology. It's not like you can put some beers in there and keep them cold. It's not what it's. No, it's an insulated box with a door. We don't have cooling systems in there per se that you would put in a fridge. Doesn't exist. And what helps us, because these things are expensive to build, and we're building them here in the U.S., and we take really good care of our staff, and they're well taken care of, it gets expensive. So one of the places we are able to help control the cost is to buy an insulated box with a door that is made by the millions for another application. And so we're able to help reduce that cost of materials by repurposing what is starting out to be an insulated box with a door that otherwise could be destined to be a wine cooler.
So what would happen if somebody tried to dry in just a wine fridge?
They'll mess up because there's no vapor pressure control. There's no control other than temperature. So don't waste your money. Just use your regular household refrigerator. It gets too dry.
Because moisture is kind of being removed in that sense, right?
Correct. Yep. There's
So
no
fast dry, over dry.
No control of vapor pressure. So what will happen is it'll continue drying. And like any other system, you're now going to be back to a two-step process where, okay, is it dry? Is it dry enough? Or I got to address the drying, take it out, and then go put it in sealed containers. And if I took it out too soon and there's still free available water when I put it in that sealed container, I need to burp that sealed container or I'm going to get stuff moldy. Or if I took it out and it was too late and now I put it in that sealed container and then I open that sealed container repeatedly in a very dry climate, I'm just continuing to over dry that flour. So no, a wine cooler won't do it, nor will a dehydrator do it.
A couple people have mentioned in the comment section, like, oh, I'll just take a sponge just like the Cannatrol has, and I'll put that in the wine fridge for drying. So that'll help adjust the humidity.
And, well, back to adjusting humidity. We covered that topic. And then where do they dial in the vapor pressure or dew point, which is what's really controlling the drying? All they can control is the temperature.
So wine fridge, no bueno for drying. Got it. Now, how about for just curing and storage? Let's say that they store in jars, okay, mason jars, and the jar is sealed and they have humidity controls. Maybe they have one of those humidity packets in the jar, so that's controlled, and they put that in the wine fridge just for curing and storage. Is that an acceptable thing to do, or would you advise against that?
Well, if they already have a cool cure, there's no reason to do any of that because they're taking their flour out of a controlled environment that's going to maintain it at the exact precise vapor pressure for long-term curing and storing, and then going to put it into a jar and screw the lid on it. We don't know exactly what the environment is in the jar. Now we can add desiccant packs into that jar, which are now trying to control the vapor pressure in that jar, where they already took it out of a box where they had it under perfect control, but now they're trying to do it another way. It's a lot of extra steps, and I'm not really sure what the objective is. Where in a cool cure, we now offer hemp bags where you take your finished flower, you put it in a hemp bag, and you just leave it in there on the shelf. And it's great. You mark the hemp bag with a Sharpie, what the cultivar was, what the harvest date, and over a period of time, you have a whole library in there. You open the door. Let's see, what are we going to smoke today? We want some of this, Kush, one of this blueberries,
I've been using the brown paper bags because I think you guys were using that before.
Yep.
The hemp bags.
And
I was using those ones. I'll have to pick up some hemp bags. Now, let's say they don't have a Cannatrol and they just want to store in the wine fridge.
Oh, then they're looking to, if they've got the flower to some target water activity and not moisture content, and they put it in a jar, and the conditions of the air, when they close the jar are about where it should be, and they put some desiccant pack to help stabilize it, then putting it in a wine cooler is maintaining a stable temperature. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it brings up an interesting point. We go back to the 60-60. And if you talk to the wine world, wine likes to be stored at 55 degrees. Well, has anyone sat down with a glass of wine and asked the wine what its optimum temperature, where is it happy to be? And the reality is, 400, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, they've been drinking wine a long time. And they found that if you keep it in caves, that's where you can store it. And what's unique about a cave? It's got a stable temperature. And the mean temperature underground is 55 degrees. So, was 55 designed for the wine? Or did the wine happen to be in stable temperature caves that happen to be at 55? Maybe that wine's happy at 58. Or maybe that wine's happy at 52. We know for sure if you put it at 90, it's not going to be so good. But is there magic about the 55, or is the magic about keeping the temperature stable where you store it? So now back to, yes, keep that flower in stable temperature conditions at a minimum if you don't have control of the vapor pressure of the flower at the same time.
This clip is brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrow at 15 to save on any of their products.